Yo, what's happening out there, YouTube? Carlos C&L Small Engine Repair and Lawn Care, which ain't a whole lot of lawn care going on right now, but there's a bunch of small engine repair going on. Had a guy just drop off, well, yesterday he dropped this thing off. It's a tiller, an old tiller. And the story behind this thing right real quick is it had been sitting for 2 years at another shop. It's been in that guy's shop for 2 years. Well, the guy's, he'd been doing this stuff for like 50 years, man. And he went out of business due to health reasons, okay? I ain't gonna say he quit. He went out of business because of health reasons. Or he'd still be doing it. But it's just another small engine repair shop that's closed down now. So me and another guy, I think there's only 2 of us left, maybe 3. There's 3 of us left in this little town. So I'll probably be covered up next year for sure. But anyway, it'd been there for 2 years. Well, he went to go get it. The guy said, oh yeah, it starts and stuff. But you got to think, these are old men, man. They're in their 70s and 80s. They can't pull start this thing. Well, it's got electric start on it, but it ain't working either. So I don't know if I can get a starter for this thing or not. He may just have to suck it up, and I'm going to make it start as easy as possible. But I think the starter's bad on it because I don't know if you can hear this or not. But the solenoid, I couldn't even get it to jump the solenoid over. So I don't think it's the solenoid. I think it's a starter. But anyway, he's also got a crack in the gas tank. Hint, guys, there's videos out there how to fix these things, these plastic gas tanks. Do not try to use different plastic compounds to fix a gas tank. I'm not too worried about this one because the crack's on top. And it's not a pressurized tank because it has a fuel pump. I don't know if I showed y'all that or not, but I'll show it to you in a minute. But it's actually got a fuel pump on it. So it's not going to be like a real pressurized tank or anything. But when you do these these videos, they'll tell you to melt some plastic back over in that crack. A little tip, don't try to just clean the tank off and cover the crack, okay, with the plastic. What you want to do is take your soldering iron and go down that crack. Follow that crack and make you like a little trough. Don't try not to burn all the way through it, because then that turns into a pain in the butt. But just make you a good little line about halfway deep, halfway through the plastic down. And then pull the plastic from the tank itself and cover it. Don't try to use I see stuff, man, guys bring in here. They watch YouTube, and then they think, oh, I'm going to do this. And it don't work. And then now they've got a mess. And they bring it to me, and now I've got a mess. To where if they'd just left it alone to begin with, or watched a good video, somebody really showing them how to do that. And I'll probably go ahead and show that video on this thing, now that I said that. But you just take and melt the plastic from the tank and kind of push it over into the crack. But I've seen them use, soda bottles, pop bottles, water bottles and stuff like that, and try to melt the plastic in there. That never works, guys. And even the compounds that you get, the putties and stuff you mix up, it don't work that good, and it looks ugly. I just rather melt some plastic from the tank and pull it over. But I'll show you how to do all that. I'm going to show you how to on this engine. I'm going to show you that it's, like I said, it does have a fuel pump on it. A little bit different design than what we have in today's world. And then I'm going to show you the carburetor. I pulled the carb off this thing and cleaned it. But anyway, check this out, guys. All right. This thing is an old Kohler 8. And like I said, you can tell it's old. It's got a crack. You can see where they put tape over it right there. Which ain't darn if it don't feel like that one heck of a crack in there. But anyway, here's your fuel pump. A little different design. This will be your inlet. Here's your inlet gas line coming here. There's your return. This will be your main gas line. This goes on here, okay? Back up. This will go on here. That's one coming out of the tank. It's going to go in, and it's going to run over here to this side, which I think they got this on backwards, but I'll just have to see. I think that was part of the problem. I don't know what. Like I said, I just got this thing in, pulled it apart. I don't know what all they've done with this thing, but they had this gas line hooked to this side of the pump. Okay, now I'm going to show you something. See that gas coming out of there? Why would that be coming out of there instead of this other side? Well, the pump could be bad. The pump could be bad. Diaphragm in it could be bad. But I don't think so. They had, like I said, they had this hooked straight to this side. Well, that's wrong. I don't know. And I know that the guy who run that shop up there, I know he didn't do it. But I put this carburetor in an ultrasonics parts cleaner and in gasoline. That was clear gas. That was brand new gas. And this is what the carburetor still looks like. So, you tell me. Now, you can tell the guy did put, and recently, he did put a new valve seat and stuff in it, because that brass right there is just as shiny as it can be. And it was like that before I throwed it in. But it had no needle in it. So, go figure that one. Here is the old float. And let me see if I can get this up there a little closer and make it. See that rust on there, guys? Right in here. See that rust and all that in there? That tells me that they've been a lot of moisture in this carburetor. So what I think has happened is they called the old guy and told him, said, hey, I need to get my tiller. And he thought, oh crap, I ain't done nothing to it. So he went ahead and threw the seat and stuff in it just to make it look good. That's my opinion. I wouldn't think he would do that, but maybe. But anyway, guys, this is the beast I'm working on. I ain't for sure I know I can get a carburetor for it. Because I fixed one of these, had a log splitter and stuff like that on it. It was a log splitter and had the same engine on it. So I know I can get parts for it. Oh, excuse me, guys. Sorry, that's rude. But some of these guys, one thing I want to talk to you guys about after I showed you all this. Been sick. This guy brought this thing in here, right? I need it back as soon as I can get it back. Well, everybody does. Everybody needs their stuff back as soon as they can get it back. But he wants to till up his garden, get his garden spot ready for spring. He's going to till it now. He's going to throw a bunch of manure on it and till it under is what he's going to do, and fertilizer and stuff like that, and till it under. And he does his garden like I used to do mine. I used to do mine the same way in the fall like this. I'd go get me a big old half a truckload or a truckload of cow manure, spread manure on the garden, till it under, and then I would take a piece of plastic, rolls of plastic, and put over top of it. And what that does is just let it sit there and bake. Even in the early spring, my neighbors used to love me, guys, let me tell you. Come early spring, you know, it's like 80, 70, 75, 80 degrees or whatever. It's been laying under that tarp, and you peel that tarp back. Whoo, son. Oh, dear. But, yeah, so he's going to do the same thing. I get it. But he should have brought it to me before this, because now I'm covered up with chainsaws. Had another guy come in this morning, drop off a chainsaw and say, can I pick this up tomorrow? Well, no, you can't pick it up tomorrow. Why does guys think that? They think that, you know, their time or their equipment is more important than anybody else's. Man, I've got like 6 chainsaws in front of him. I got this tiller in front of him. Now, granted, I'm going to look at that chainsaw, and if it don't need any parts, well, then I'll just, you know what I'm saying? I'll just go ahead and clean out the carb if that's what it needs. It. Yeah, he can probably get it back, but he still ain't getting it back tomorrow. Today is Saturday. Tomorrow's Sunday. I also pastor a church. I don't work on Sunday. I mean, I know what the scripture says, okay, guys? If your ox is in a ditch, pull it out. Well, if my ox is in a ditch, I'll pull it out. But if it ain't something that is necessary, emergency, I'm not working on Sunday. I'm not going to do it. I've got other things to do on Sunday. That's the time that I spend with my family. I'm at church. I got 2 sermons to get, to preach on Sunday morning, Sunday night. I go visit people in the church and things like that are sick. Just different things. I go to the hospitals. If nobody in my congregation is sick, then on Sunday I go to the hospitals and go around and pray for people and minister to people and things like that. And I ain't working on Sunday. I ain't going to, it's shop. Man, like, I end all my videos. Do everything you can, the best you can, for the glory of God, because without Him, none of this is possible. Well, if I can't get everything I need done in this shop in 6 days, then I'm not going to take away from the time that I spend out here doing the Lord's work, which He's blessed me with this shop and everything. He's blessed me with the life I've got. No, if I can't give Him one day, I wouldn't do His shop. That's just the way it is. But we just got out of revival last week. It's revival, guys. It's time. You get there. I got there at 6 o'clock. The revival didn't start till 7. You was lucky to get out of there by 10. So with working and everything, and doing the revival too, I didn't have much time last week. I was working, doing my thing through the day, but in the evenings. But these guys come in here, man, they want to see Saul back by tomorrow. Well, the only time that I put anybody in front of somebody else is if a man's trying to make a living. If a guy's doing lawn care or he's cutting firewood for a living, trying to feed his family and keep the light bill paid, well, then yeah, I'll move him ahead of somebody, especially if that somebody said, I'm in no big hurry for that saw. I'm in no big hurry for that mower. And here's a man trying to make a living doing it. Yeah, I move stuff forward. But guys, if you own your own shop, trust me when I say this, there's going to be people that come into your shop that think that their time and what they got going on is a lot more important than what anybody else has got going on or anybody else's equipment. Don't fall into that, guys. I'm telling you, man, that is a no-go from the beginning. Once you start doing that, even your buddies, the guys that you think are your real good friends, they'll come in here, man, and they'll be like, come on, man, we're buddies, man. You can get this ready by tomorrow, can't you? Just blow these other guys off is pretty much what they're saying. No, this is a business, guys. This is a business. I'm not working for beer money, okay, or dope money, or nothing like that. This is a business, and you have to think of it as a business. You can't be like, oh, well, he's my friend, man. He's not going to, I'm doing this to help him out. That's all good and everything. If you can do stuff to help somebody out sometime, that's great, man. Do that. I do it. But, shoot, I have traded, guys. I'll tell you what. I've traded stuff like, the gardens just come in around here. My mom loves a half-runner green bean, okay, and she cans them. So a guy needed some work done on a push mower. Ain't got a nickel to his name, him or his wife. Ain't got no money. So he said, let's work out a deal on some stuff. And he has a big old garden. And I just happened to be standing there, and I looked over, and I seen all these beans. Jars and jars of canned green beans. I said, those wouldn't happen to be half-runners, would they? Oh, yeah, them's half-runners, buddy. And he said, I'll tell you what I'll do. He said, I'll give you 10 quarts of canned green beans if you'll fix my mower. What are you going to do, guys? That's all the guy had. So, but guess what? I got 10 quarts of half-runner green beans that somebody had already strung them, cleaned them, pulled all the strings out of them and canned them. I got them set back. You darn right, come Thanksgiving, Christmas and stuff like that, they'll be dragging me out. Oh, and new potatoes. I traded a guy for a bunch of new potatoes. I'm good to go. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I could find me some dude that had some cattle and get me some steaks and some hamburger and stuff, I'd be set for winter, wouldn't I? Anyway, guys, I'm just being funny. But they do that. I mean, sometimes in these little shops and stuff, now I know the big shops probably wouldn't do that, but you're going to run into that kind of stuff in these little shops, and that's all good. But just remember, guys, don't get caught up in that kind of stuff. It's a business. It's a business. Keep it in your mind. It's a business. And things. So anyway, I guess I'm going to get off here. When I get the parts and stuff in for this thing, I'm going to finish this video. So I'm just going to hold it. Well, if y'all want to see some clips of the revival, as I recorded a little piece of it. So if y'all want to see something like that, man, let me know. I'll be glad to, add the video to this and let you watch it there at the end of it or whatever, and get to see the old man do some stomping, snorting, spitting, and sweating, because Because when I preach and things like that, guys, I don't give no speeches. Now, I'm not up here talking to you about it. I'm old school, you know what I mean? Spirit gets on me, I'm liable to just get all kinds of crazy on everybody in there. Go all Pentecostal on everybody. Guys, listen. Enough of all that. I guess we'll catch you next time. See you now is out.